In the dusty village of Bujapur, there lived a man known to everyone simply as the No one knew if it was his real name or a title people had given him, but it suited him perfectly. He wasn't the strongest in the village, nor the rich, nor the most educated skit. Whenever a problem arose, big or small, people would say, "Call Dhundhar, he'll know what to do." Dhundhar ran a tiny tea stall under an ancient banyan tree. From dawn till sunset, villagers gathered their farmers wiping sweat from their brows, children noisily demanding biscuits, and travelers stopping for a steaming cup. Dhundhar listened to every story, every whisper, every complaint, all with a kind smile and eyes that always seemed to be thinking 2 steps ahead of everyone else. He was the quiet center of the village, a man who heard more than just words. One summer, a strange and terrifying crisis struck Bujapur. The only well, the lifeblood of the village, suddenly went dry. Women returned with empty pots, their faces etched with worry. Farmers stared helplessly at their parched, cracking fields. Panic seeped into every corner, as relentless as the scorching heat itself. A meeting was called under the wilting branches of the village's oldest tree. People argued for hours. Some blamed the gods for their misfortune, while others cursed the distant, faceless government. Frustration and fear hung heavy in the air. Finally, a voice rose above the chaos. "Where is Dhundhar?" arrived quietly, wiping his hands on a cloth he kept tucked in his waistband. He didn't say a word. He walked to the edge of the dry well, knelt down, and peered into its dark, silent depths. He picked up a small pebble, dropped it, and tilted his head, listening intently. A moment later, he stood up. "We will have water by tomorrow morning," he announced calmly. The crowd gasped. A wave of disbelief and murmurs swept through them. "How? The well is finished," one man shouted. "Impossible," another cried. "Has he finally gone mad?" someone whispered. But Dhundhar simply smiled his knowing smile, turned, and walked away, leaving the villagers in a state of confused hope. That night, when the full moon cast a silvery glow over the sleeping village, Dhundhar didn't rest. He gathered a small, unlikely team, a few young boys known for their mischievous adventures, the ones who could sneak mangoes from the tightest orchards and climb trees faster than monkeys. He leaned in and whispered his plan to them. Their eyes, once sleepy, widened with excitement and a sense of great purpose. Just past midnight, this secret team tiptoed to the well with armed with ropes and baskets. The nimble boys descended into the darkness. Following Dhundhar's quiet instructions, they began to clean out the well's bottom years of accumulated mud, stones, and even a few broken pots that had fallen in over time. It was hard, messy work, but they did it with a quiet determination. Then Dhundhar showed them something remarkable, something no one else had noticed. He pointed to a narrow crack along the inner wall of the well, the channel where water from a hidden underground stream was supposed to flow. It was completely blocked by a thick, gnarled cluster of roots. With gentle hands and incredible patience, Dhundhar worked with the boys to clear the obstruction. They carefully pulled and cut away the tangled roots, being careful not to damage the well's structure. Soon, a faint trickle of water emerged from the crack, a sound more beautiful than music. The trickle grew into a steady stream, and then a gurgling flow, until the sound of rushing water filled the quiet night. By dawn, when the first rays of sun touched Bujapur, the well was brimming almost halfway. When the villagers woke and went to fetch water out of habit, they couldn't believe their eyes. Cries of joy erupted. They ran to Dhundhar's stall, cheering, clapping, some even crying with relief. "How did you know? How did you do it?" the astonished village headman asked, his voice full of awe. Dhundhar shrugged, pouring himself a simple cup of tea as if it were just another ordinary morning. "Every problem has a solution," he sighed softly. "You just have to listen to the people, to the earth, and sometimes to the silence." Then, taking a sip, he added with a playful grin, "Besides, wells are a lot like people. Sometimes they just need someone to clear out what's blocking them from the inside." From that day on, no one in Bojapur ever questioned why he was called Dhundhar. They simply knew he was the man who could solve the impossible, one cup of tea at a time. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.